First thing I've noticed, you put your definition here at the start. E-commerce is the buying and selling of products and services. But you need to make sure it's very clear that it's electronic. Okay, so it's over, and electronic means that all transactions are carried out electronically. Okay, and it enables a firm or an individual to conduct their business over the internet. Yes, you've said that, but it's not necessarily just over the internet. It has to be electronic. Okay, and then yeah, this is good. The three markets that you've operated in, and I like this that you've talked about here, the advantages for the customers. I think that's a good point to have, but it might not always be particularly relevant depending on what the question is actually asking you. So that might be something that you would want to cut out of an essay, depending on what the question is asking you. You've then gone to give some statistics. Now, these statistics are good. You've given clearly how much they're spending online and a time frame for them, but the bit I would add, there is no comparison to anything else. So, as a percentage of sales or turnover, what is the percentage? Is it sort of a high percentage? Is it a low percentage? What do they spend on the high street UK consumers? So you've got something to compare it to, so people have clearly got an overview of the whole e-commerce. Okay. And then here, however, although UK consumers seem to spend the most online out of all European countries, customer satisfaction in the UK has plunged to its lowest level since 2010. Now, is this purely for e-commerce, or is this again taking into account all businesses in the UK? And then you've talked about John Lewis and Amazon. Now, Amazon clearly is e-commerce. John Lewis, it could be a mixture of e-commerce and high street purchases. So again, you need to make that clear. This is a useful statistic about the fact that high street retailers, they found that 30% don't support don't have an iOS app and those kind of things. But again, I think you need to link that in quite clearly with e-commerce to say, the challenge that they would face if they were setting up e-commerce, given that 70% of mobile users now use mobile only through an internet device. They need to make sure that their website or their way of getting their sales is compatible with mobiles. And then this bit, I like this bit at the end, but again, I think you could add a little bit more to put it into context. So it's showing whether that has grown or whether that has fallen, just a comment like that. So, yes, it's becoming more popular, as demonstrated by 11%. Sales are online. Which year was that? What has it gone up from? Yeah, so you've got a clear overview of how it has improved. But I think this is a good paragraph. It's several paragraphs. I would try and condense it into two. So I think you can put these together. Yeah, so it's into two paragraphs, because obviously you don't want to spend too much time writing on your introduction before you get into the sort of meaty discussions and arguments that you will be talking about in the essay.